and welcome to Michelle's Life on Repeat. You are in my orchid room, grow room, happy place in my house, and I wanted to say welcome to the channel and thanks for coming and stopping by today. I wanted to share with you a little bit about arthritis that I am suffering with. I can't tell you about arthritis that others might be suffering with, but I can share with you about my own. I have two shoulders, as we all do, and they both have been hit pretty bad with arthritis in the clavicle joint. The clavicle, I guess it attaches here at the rib cage or the sternum, goes out and then attaches to the shoulder head, which goes down and rotates and does all that stuff. I have osteoarthritis and bone spurs in the top of that clavicle spot where it meets the shoulder bones. So I have been in a lot of pain lately. What I have been doing for the last 3 years is I get cortisone injections every 4 months. My insurance makes me wait 4 months, or is it 5 months? Can't quite remember. But I know that the cortisone runs out at the 3-month mark. That much I do know. And I am hurting and ready for those shots again. But I have seen the rheumatologist to get all this x-rayed, MRI, to know what's going on in there. But needless to say, we've got the x-rays, got the MRIs, we know what's going on, and now it's just try to deal with the pain, try to eliminate the pain, try to suffocate the pain until we can do surgery to actually remove what's causing the pain. And I have put that off. I have put it off. Well, thankfully COVID came around and we couldn't do surgeries, but I've put it off for a long time. And what have I done to help me alleviate some of the pain? Well, obviously the Advils, ibuprofens, Tylenols, those things. Of course, check with your doctor. Whatever you are allergic to, you and your doctor know. So don't take my word for it. But here are some suggestions that you could take with you to your doctors and say, hey, can I try this? Haven't tried that yet. I am one who responds wonderfully to ice. When I am in intense pain, ice feels great. When I'm all over achy, heat feels good. So I am constantly either under ice or under heat when I'm sitting down doing nothing. You know what that means. That means scrolling on your phone, answering questions, playing a game, or reading a book. But what I have found is we started about 4 years ago with this gel. I'll put a picture up on the screen so you can see it. Diclofenac sodium topical gel, 1%. It was given to my mom. We share the same rheumatologist. And my mom found some relief from it. So I asked her about it. And you rub it in, of course, and it's like taking the Advil pill, but rubbing it right into where the spot is that it hurts. Now, it didn't help me much, like on your muscles, big muscle groups. It doesn't really do much, but in the joints and crevices, I've used it on, thumbs and fingers when the arthritic pain kicks in. And you're supposed to do it twice a day. I don't find that it lasts, all day, but it's one of the arsenals that I can add with other things to help me get through when I'm having a tough time. The other option I have is these lidocaine patches. I'll show you a picture so you can see them in the correct direction. Lidocaine 5% patch. They are a cloth. You peel them off this plastic and you just slap those bad boys on and they adhere. Now I sometimes cut them in half because the shoulder is an odd shape, and I'll put one going this way and then I'll put one going this way across, and it gives like a numbing effect, and it's really helpful when I'm trying to sleep at night, because sleeping on the sides gets pretty tender. You have to wear a shirt over it, else it'll roll off of you, or if you have it on in your spine, you can put it down there. I've done that before. Again, They have them, like they call them salon paws, I think, at Walgreens and stuff. They're not as strong and they're not as good quality. Those are all like a plastic on a plastic that you put on your skin, and once you sweat, it slides around. These really adhere. They're a cloth material. When I first got the prescription, the pharmacist brought me out a pack, and I'm like, yeah, and I told my auntie about it because she's the one that told me about these. And she says, that's not what I have. So I took a picture of her box, and I went back to the pharmacist and I said, can you order this brand, this kind with the cloth and not the plastic? He said, no problem. And since then, I've been getting them ever since. But the other ones were useless, absolutely useless. And with fibromyalgia, I've been known to put them over my feet and under the arches of my feet when I'm wearing shoes and it's a painful day. Like I had mentioned, my mom and I both go to the same rheumatologist, and she has really bad shoulders. You know, now she's 22 years older than I am, so she has more wear and tear. But she can't get her arms up very high anymore. But the only thing is, dear mama is afraid of needles. I keep telling her that those injections will give you a moment's relief, and you will feel again, and you'll get the full range of motion again. Because if you're not willing to go through with surgery and you're just going to be living the rest of your life with that pain that is so intense, I hope and pray that she gets strong enough to brave the needle. It's just a few seconds and it doesn't hurt that bad. And then in about a week after the injections, the relief starts to flow in. Immediately you get the lidocaine relief, but the cortisone relief shows up about a week after the injections. But the next step is surgery. And at the end of the month, I see the surgeon and we discuss what's going on. I was encouraged by my PT gal. She says, oh, that clavicle one, that's pretty easy. They just shave a portion of your bone and the bone spurs off so that the two ends don't meet in the middle and they don't rub anymore. And she says, oh yeah, it's a quick healing. Well, she must be thinking of something else. But when I researched it, it was a 6 weeks in a sling kind of healing. And like, oh gosh, where do I have 6 weeks to give up to not doing stuff? But it's got to get done. So we'll see what we can do with that. Now that is, that's in both shoulders. But in this shoulder over here, I was lucky enough a year and a half ago to take a trip down my staircase, on my butt. Bang! Arm went flying behind me and ripped the ligament. So I now have the arthritis, the bone spur, and a slap tear. They call it a slap tear for the ligament that's in there. I can't remember all the acronyms for the SLAP. But that surgery, I already saw the surgeon for that, and she says that is going to be a long, hard recovery. So keep doing the injections as long as you can to put that one off, because it's going to be 6 weeks, 8 weeks. It's going to be total confinement. It's going to be very, very hard, almost like a shoulder replacement, or when people have had their muscles pull out of the socket and they have to lift up the muscle again. So this was my bad shoulder. This was my good shoulder. But they've switched places now, and this one hurts so much that I need to see her at the end of the month about this shoulder. And hopefully we can get one done, take a breather, and then maybe next year get the other one done. But I'm not looking forward to it. If you have had that surgery done, I'd love to hear your feedback. I would love your input. Now, because I already have the neck issues and all the chronic migraines that I get, this constant pain these last 2 months has pulled my neck so tight that every time I go to PT, she says, oh, Lordy mama, she can feel and already know where to work. I don't even have to tell her. It's just so everything is pulling. It feels like weights just pulling you down. And doing the simplest of things like my orchids, reaching up high and coming down, I still do them. But Usually I cut my chores down to half. I only took care of half of my orchid room yesterday, and today I have to finish the other half. But that is what's going on in my arthritis little world of chronic illness, and I'm wondering how you are doing. I'd love to hear from you in the comments down below, so share with me if you can what's going on in your world. Remember, we're not on this journey alone, so that's why I started this channel. We can encourage one another along. I wish you wellness and I wish you peace. And until we talk again, bye-bye.